Hi, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam, here with the third session of the New Divines Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. We got Eric as Stan, we have Austin as Rolfur, Bob as John, David as Terry, and Ryan as Billy. And let's see, last time y'all had gotten in to the city of Dahlport, done some interacting. I know Eric, Stan, went and healed people, got some followers that way. Let's see, I know John was, he sent some notes to his, to be passed along to his spy master, and then he'd, what am I not say here, told people to pray to the old man to humiliate their rivals at night in the bar. Theoretically going to follow up on that the next day. Terry, I don't remember, but I'm guessing went and helped out in some kitchens.
Terry had gone and helped out in that tavern that we were staying at. Some of us were staying at, and managed to get a patron that was like a lower noble that wanted
you to go cook for him. Yes,
and get my name out that way, and in the process also start some sayings that'll hopefully be the foundation for both efficiency and religion.
Billy went to his factory, the Billy Bonka chocolate factory. Got, Charlie following him.
His name's Chuck.
Chuck. I know what you're doing. You're Willy Wonka, he's Charlie.
Yeah.
Trademark.
But we got Alice.
Someone's getting sued.
We got Alice a new dress.
Yes, you got Alice her proper blue dress. Rolfur, what were you doing? Were you just hanging out in the tavern?
No,
you have notes?
I went
Yeah.
clerk work.
Yeah, he was doing administrative work.
Of course.
Because I know how to read, write, and write pretty.
Yeah, he had gone and was specifically doing administrative work with the people that had losses, like belongings and people that had died.
Yeah, it's the same job I did when I was alive. Keeping track of things, helping people write things out, taking writs.
Doing scribe work, getting paid 1 gold a day.
Yeah. Earning small bits of money. Anyways, whereas we last left off, everyone had gone to the Billy Bonka chocolate factory for the night, and you all have your each individual small little room within there. And as a couple of you have, your first follower or followers, I believe you awaken with new divine items. You had your hat. Is that a traditional top hat, Mr. Bonka?
Yes.
Yes, and Stan had... Was it armor?
Yeah. I ended up with divine visages. Vestiges.
Vestiges.
That's a broad category.
And vestiges. So heavy plate.
Alright.
Chainmail.
Mine is the top head of the Changebringer.
So a few of you have started developing arcane equipment, divine equipment. But otherwise, you wake up in your chocolate factory rooms. It smells of candy.
Well, Terry is
Are you gonna be staying here for a while?
You haven't gotten
Are we gonna
fine
be staying?
details worked out. You know that John has pressed forth that he wants to move on to his own hometown, but clearly Billy has some foundations here. No firm details have been worked out with everyone, but there was definitely a big ordeal where John had wanted to go south in the first place because John wanted to go back to his city.
My main question was, I don't sleep right now, so
in the
during the night I've do stuff too. Like, if they're gonna stay here, I'll come back in the morning and No, see you all in the morning.
Oh, for the day? Yeah, you can go out and come back.
Yeah.
In the immediate sense, Terry is going to get up early and take time visiting the kitchens, visiting the workers of this place.
Wandering your
Um,
facility.
yeah, wander the facility and see
It's got
what.
people watching them.
Yeah, so
People
yeah.
watching it, but also, this is quite an absurd facility. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Okay. Well, that is going to utterly ruin the concept of trying to help people, but with said tasks, it's quite an efficient system of what, um, but otherwise, we're gonna try to gather or find the breakfast pantry, and put together something that is not made of candy for breakfast.
I guess Billy would know more specifically what's.
And plus, so you need different ingredients that could be made into regular meals, just for the
Right.
purposes of experimenting with them.
Yeah, so he gets up early and goes and makes, I don't know, like waffles. That's fairly candy-like, but also hearty. And he'll go ahead and like just bring breakfast in bed to people that like to the different people. He'll knock on doors and let the give like hot. I'm assuming you have coffee here somewhere. So he'll
Well,
brew
yeah,
some
of
coffee.
course.
Why would he have coffee when he could have hot chocolate?
And because coffee is actually really good in certain kinds of candy.
Yeah, there are actually
But,
coffee candies.
But also mixing hot chocolate with coffee
It
is
is.
delicious.
But yeah, so Terry's going to go around to the various people, Rolfur, John, and Billy to kind of bring breakfast by early in the morning.
Now, from that, were you saying Stan was not staying? You were actually getting up and leaving in the middle of the night to do something?
Once they gave us the rooms, that's why I was asking, like, did they give us the rooms and like, here's your place, like we're see you in the morning?
He probably, yeah, he gave you.
We're at my factory. I offered you a place to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, just stay there the night then. Everyone I pass though, I shoot cure wounds at. I just pet. Everyone's getting cure wound. It's an instant spell, and I can just pass it at will. Boom.
It's fine.
Go with it
Okay.
down of your toe. Boom. Cat scratched you this morning. Boom.
Otherwise, yeah. So you all get knocks on the door with breakfast being delivered.
I guess it's
Via Terry.
early
Good morning.
If he's making breakfast, I'll go ahead and at least try to start work on the first draft of me writing my novel.
How I ascended to the heavens and became a literal god.
And the story of how I met Chuck.
And
And the friends I made along the way.
while delivering breakfast, Terry does want to ask the various people, what are your plans? Like, I mean, I've just been like my intentions here are minimal. I know that, like in the immediate sense, like today, what is it that you are valuing to do? Can I help? Do you want assistance with anything?
Anybody want to go first?
Sure, I'll go. Well, with my newfound powers, I was just gonna go to the hospital and heal everybody that I can.
That's
I have plenty of time. Let's see how many I can heal.
quite incredible, yeah. Now, is it sickness that you're curing, or
I can do that.
fantastic?
I can also hear sick.
I mean, mostly wounds though, right now.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm sure that'll be.
Adam, I don't recall if I met with a person to pass the message on, or if I used a
You had a
dead
drop spot.
Okay, I used a dead drop.
Yep.
All right.
I can also translate any recently dead, communicate with dead, talk to the dead people that just died for them, all that jazz.
You
Talk
should
between the two.
Terry's going to express to Steve or to Stan about the kind of thing that Rolfur's been up to. So perhaps if you're able to speak with the dead, perhaps Rolfur might find some that interesting and useful. So you might want to talk to him before you leave.
I'm gonna go and take a measure of the town, see how it's running.
I can speak
I'm
with the dead.
curious.
Would you like assist? Would you? I mean, do you want someone to come with you on that?
Sure, you can come.
Okay. Yeah. So Terry lets people know that the morning is like that. There's going to be some morning rounds on the town.
All right. So you guys are heading out to get a lay on the town.
I'm specifically looking for how is the town being run and looking for places where corruption exists.
Yeah.
Good. I like it.
So Stan is going to find other medical facilities that he hasn't healed the injured. Billy is working on book.
Oh, that was something that I was doing in the morning. I have something else that I want to do during the main part of the day.
Yeah, okay. So, Rolfur, are you...
Check out an orphanage. There's people who need help there.
Rolfur, are you going back to...
Well, I have access to this facility now, which I assume has parchment in it. I assume a candy factory has paperwork.
Yeah, you can find it in the office.
Then yeah, I'm going to start transcribing the basics of each of our doctrines and what we want our divine churches to be. And then I am going to wait until later tonight to start using Dream on anybody of importance I know.
Okay.
So that I can start talking to rulers of nearby kingdoms. By the way, there's some new gods around. This is what they do. This is what they're into. This is their name.
Oh,
well,
if
That's
I like the idea that you're not just growing your own followers, that you are actively going to grow their followers too.
That's what I'm literally going to do. Tell me what I need to write in this book so I can tell everyone who...
Mutual. Yeah, I'm down for this. Let's do that.
Well, John and I
you
are
can't
going to
stop
go.
the signal.
Well, John and I are going to go out and take a measure of the town. We'll think about that while we're out and come back by noon. Does that sound good, John?
We'll try to be back by noon. I mean, if I find something that needs a little bit of kingly involvement.
Well,
I mean, we'll see. It depends upon what I find.
Okay. Well, I will try to be back by noon, and if John does not accompany, I will bring with me what he wants to have written as well. But we'll take the morning on our rounds to think about this too. This is an important decision.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's what I'm going to spend the day doing. Is since I now have access to paper, I was going to earn money to buy paper.
yeah,
But
say,
since I now have paper, I'll
if
just do it this way.
if Rolfur is going to be going into the office and using the paper for that, then I'll spend time with Rolfur in order to convey essentially what part I think that I'll be able to play and anything that I might have noticed about the others to help him with his task.
Okay.
And just to
So I guess me and him will be in the office
rundown.
writing today.
Yeah. Alice will follow Chuck around. Still very interested in the
good idea. Good idea.
how queer this place is.
My good Mr. Bonka, perhaps we could have. I mean, you're well founded here, and would you be okay with perhaps giving a loan for some of us that have not succeeded in finding funds throughout the prior day? Perhaps 5 gold.
Yeah, I can give you money.
Give it some money.
I'm quite alright.
Yeah, if you need 5 gold, I can give you 5 gold, David.
Okay. Thank you.
Some of us were more successful than others.
Otherwise, so we'll jump down to John and Terry out on the town. Looking, you said, for sources of corruption. Well, I mean, immediate.
And not just that, but like taking a measure of like the nobility and how the town is currently running.
Mm-hmm.
You are as you step outside of the Billy Bonka chocolate factory, you are within the Royal Guild of Confectioners and Chocolatiers. It is actually the region of the city that you are. It is from which the smells of candy drift halfway across the city, where this chocolate factory is one of 3 of the main facilities here. Along with it, the Slugworth Confectionery and the Bogtrotter Bakery also rise above all the other businesses, and many other small candy shops or toy shops, etc., line the streets between them. And there does... Let's see. Make an investigation check.
I will assist. Actually, would you like me to do this, or would you like to assist or take point?
Well,
or you could both roll once.
I don't have investigation.
You should assist me then.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. We're not doing rolls on any device.
Nope, just
Dice roller. Thank you, Google, our generous overlord.
All hail.
Hey, a 19 plus 9. So that gets me 28.
Yeah, so it takes only a little investigation to figure out basically that there are work amongst these facilities, spying and counter-working against each other within this own little district.
Good.
And the name of the district itself does tie it to its royal funding, as this is a dedicated spot that the king, King Hirsch Reese, has dedicated.
You suck. Screw you, you suck, that's dumb. I hate it.
What?
King Reese. King Reese.
Hershey's Reese's. He's named after candy.
Coincidence!
That's ridiculous.
Utter coincidence!
King
It's
Reese
not.
is the first of his name.
He should be.
He has
Oh,
no
there was
suffix
a Reese
following his
before
name
him.
at the very.
Reese's name was someone else's originally.
So King Hirsch Reese II.
Sure.
That's not right. Reese is the oldest.
His twins, Kit and Kat.
It's the second now.
No,
They have a very
Kit-
distinctive Snickers.
Oh gosh, what is that?
And then there's, of course, the new baby, Baby Ruth.
What is that European Whoppers? Maltese. That's what it is. So there's the Baron Maltese.
Baron Maltese, yes.
Oh, and his wife, but we don't really talk about his wife. She's a bit of a whopper.
The Merchant Kings of the
I like how off track this got from that one.
It's his fault. His fault.
And of course, the most popular bar.
Yeah, the entire
Good
region
bar.
is based on either references to Roald Dahl or candy. So yeah,
Yep.
it is his fault.
And then there's like the Skittle Guard,
I didn't quite
No,
know
it's
that
the Rainbow
detail.
Guard.
the Rainbow Guard. Thank you. Yes.
It is, of course, the Rainbow Guard.
Anyways, so there's definitely royal backing into the confectioners and chocolatiers.
Well, we John, do we agree competition is good for business?
Of course.
Good.
It's very healthy.
Good.
Also, lots of things that you could mess around with if you wanted to play with.
Oh, I'm taking notes mentally. I'm taking a lot of mental notes.
Since I'm the one that's taking point on the investigation, it does become relatively obvious that despite Terry's jovial nature and the amount of bad jokes that he makes throughout the entire situation, like we're talking like bottom tier dad jokes, but
Which I'm laughing at. All of them. Absolutely all of them.
But throughout this, John would find that despite the jovial nature and his obvious desperation to help, He sees nothing wrong with intrigue and some underhanded tactics that are obviously going on.
Of course not. Trickery is the foundation of the world.
No, but it is helpful, and it is helpful for some situations.
By the way, is John currently dressed as a king or as an old man?
Old man.
But you're still in the same fleshy bits as your king guys.
Oh, no, I changed that.
Okay, so everyone else... So Terry, for example, knows that that is something you can do now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I changed it so I look like a different person, still an old man.
Yeah.
Terry can cast Identify at will thanks to the Divine Rank 1. So if Terry is ever, like John, if Terry's ever, he makes it obvious that if Terry's ever concerned that he's actually talking to you, he'll literally cast Identify. So.
I'm pretty sure it just says I'm a person. I don't know if you can identify people.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Spell Identify. If you instead touch a creature without casting it, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Which is none.
None.
Oh, that's not a spell?
No.
Nope.
That's a racial feature.
Interesting. Interesting. Well then, never mind.
And did you get your pearl and owl feather?
Yeah, where's your pearl and owl feather?
You didn't need it. Divine power.
Did it? Is that one of the things on my list?
I imagine that's how it works.
Because I felt like...
Wait, what? We can just summon...
The last time we played Adam's game, there was a great kerfuffle over the owl feather and a pearl issue.
No, that's one of the divine abilities you can eventually get is not needing the costly material components. You probably don't need the owl feather. Because I think you have your own... You can use a holy symbol as the non-costly components. And you can just kind of make something a holy symbol.
Do you manage to get, like, a significant amount of money?
Who, me?
No, John. Like, we're together. Because a component pounce is 25 gold.
That would not be what you need.
Okay.
Because that is the thing that you can do without. Because you need the pearl, the costly part.
That's costly?
100 gold.
Pearl worth at least 100 gold.
Interesting. Okay.
And you're not allowed to gild it, I asked.
Okay.
So you're making around that area of the city for a little bit at least.
I'm gonna spend pretty much all day checking out the local nobility and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you'll move on. I'm just saying that's you. So far, you're in that region, the immediate region of the city to start. Rolfur and Billy are writing.
During some point in the day, would I be able to hand off a letter to be sent out?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to send a letter to some of my bard friends that are part of the part of my troupe to try to get them to in contact with me, so I'll be able to meet up with them.
Yeah. You know that would take a while to necessarily track someone down, as they definitely travel a fair bit.
Yeah.
But you write letters and send them on their way. So
it is do habla.
Let's see, here be to all three that you'd.
Yep.
Okay. Set letters out.
Sarush, Noreen, and Jim.
Yep. Find bard friends. And you just told them to contact back to your factory.
Yeah, that I'm looking to get in touch with them. That I want to meet up with them.
Let's do meet. Yet another note of eventually we'll get to that.
I also want to write a note for Chuck. Candy idea is going to space rocks, because I think of, there was this orange candy with like a raspberry center that I could think of, and there were a bunch of different like sparkling things. There are ideas for like crunchy choco candies that I could think of when I was out there. Just an idea.
So,
Mr. Goodbar would love those.
would there be? So would this be a candy that we infuse with gas so that it pops open?
Gas-based candy. That's something we should work on.
You're making bombs?
No,
candy.
Pop rocks.
I'm making flavor.
Flavor bomb.
All right. What is?
While John and Terry are going about and doing these things, they are also spitballing ideas together about different things that they want from their religious experiences, we'll say. So,
How open is John with this?
Oh, I mainly talk about the fun. Life is nothing without a sense of fun.
And the satisfaction of crushing your enemies. What was that last part? Having fun?
so John's not going to be open about it.
Which also means that if you're the only one returning to Rolfur for that only half of his, so he's gonna have followers that really only know half of his dogma. Because he's keeping what his dogma is secret from even his followers.
Well, I just let me talk to Rolfur and handle that myself. Don't speak for me.
Well,
And when I talk to Rolfur, everything I'm going to say is in code. I'm going to make sure he writes it out exactly as I say it. So, anyone who knows how to read between the lines gets the correct information. I'm playing a trick on all of my followers.
Yeah.
Terry can take things verbatim too, but
He doesn't trust you.
You don't know what I wanted to say.
well, that's what I get for trying to help you, Bob.
And
David,
Stan,
your character is not being helpful currently. He's being nosy.
Stan, make an investigation.
I literally got you a 28 on investigation.
Yes, and I'm using you for that.
As it should be, because that's helping.
Investigation, you said?
Yep.
I've out-clevered you, Terry. I got you to help me.
I offered to help. I tricked you into it.
16.
Sucker.
16? Okay. Yeah. You start by going back to the same medical facility that you'd been at the day before, and they're still ill, but no one that's really damaged there.
I let them know I can hit them with a. I can't do greater and less respiration, but people have to pay for that one if they have the materials.
Oh, so only the rich get to
Let
live.
people know.
Gotcha.
Only
I don't have the
the
materials. That's the problem.
we're starting
I
to
tell them the
diverge
materials.
from the
If you can bring me
deeper
this, I can do it.
Only the rich get to live.
I'm selling you my services at cost. You're selling your services, you monster.
Just pulling things up here.
If we're hanging out in town, may as well do all my healing abilities.
That is a good...
As far as lesser restoration, though, what is the cost?
Like I said, they have to bring in stuff. I was on greater. Lesser is nothing.
Yeah, I think
2,000
lesser is
gold
just
a pop.
that you're
Interesting.
limited to, based on your spell slots, because you would have to prepare that, so you could use whatever.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah, I can
material.
do up to twice per day on that then.
Yeah, and that
better
would
you
and that's
can
one of the
bring it
heal
up.
just diseases. So yeah, you could heal a couple people.
Yeah.
But otherwise you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise you'd spend a fair bit of
Yeah, I
time.
change wards immediately. Walk into that sick ward, boom, boom. Okay, see you guys later.
Y'all guys find the ones that it's the most severe and and you guys can probably live until tomorrow, right? Just keep them alive till
Who's your
tomorrow.
healing drain?
There's a
And all
little
of a sudden, you
kid.
just see me finger gunning, and then
Oh.
he's full health.
There's just a little kid in excruciating pain. Yeah.
Oh no, he feels great now. Like 5 minutes later, he feels fantastic.
The lesser restoration does require a finger up the bum. I'm sorry, there's no way around it.
I mean, it kind of depends on
Oh
what
my
you want your
God.
religious dogma to be, but...
Yeah.
So you're
That's a
Catholic,
weird request.
is what I'm hearing.
Would one be an altar boy?
Yikes. We're not playing that kind of game.
There's like it's okay. It's not required for.
You know, I just
Oh, I'm
cured
sorry.
two
It's
people
not.
of blindness.
That's greater restoration that requires the finger up the bum. My bad. My bad.
Okay, so just getting over a disease, I'm fine. I'll make sure never to go
You're
go
getting
blind or...
The greater spell, greater proctology exam.
No, I think it's greatest
Sorry,
proctology.
I'm not a healer.
Cast
I'm not
at
that
ninth
kind of
level.
healer.
Good.
You're healed, but at what cost?
He's not that kind of healer. Okay, as long as we're not that kind of healer, we're good. So about halfway through the day, who does go back to Rolfur? Do you, Terry?
I absolutely go back with whatever information
I'll take it
you
along.
want to give me. Also, John knows now that Terry is going to spend the evening basically making dinner for this noble house. He tells him all about it just through chit chat and stuff. So
Yep.
now that is entirely up to John whether or not he's going to go and screw with that guy. But that's the thing. So yeah, Terry will absolutely go back and give over detailed information roll for what they have. I would like to, if I could, make an insight check in order to, as we discuss things throughout the day, to basically word things in a more appropriate fashion for like how he's going to be delivering this. I want it to make it easier for his dream manifestations.
Oh yeah, it becomes very
Bob,
clear.
roll an d20 for me.
Dream lets me
Should-
communicate with people.
I'm the luck god here.
This isn't a luck thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a dream lets you communicate, but it doesn't let you like give people writing. So I'm
Oh.
literally just going to be telling them this is the god of blank. They are about this. That's what I'm able to do.
Okay.
It's a message.
Can we take 20 on health?
Where are you? 18?
18? So use that for a deception versus Terry's
Insight.
Well,
insight. Yeah.
Okay, so John is giving Terry things to talk to Rolfur about. Because
Not necessarily. You're just judging things throughout the day.
Okay, because like Terry's actually like going to specifically tell Rolfur that John did not want him to hand over any information.
That's fine.
for
But you
what
were still
he-
wanting to do insight for your own information and your own knowledge, and that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. No, well, I mean, like not. Yeah. But
31.
That dude likes to party.
24.
Yeah.
Which is
So
very high for me. Like I'm unconcerned about like learning. Terry's not concerned about learning his ins and outs. Terry's the insight that I wanted to take was more for making sure that like everything could be like in a melodic flow, or something that could be like better like sound better when it's spoken.
If that's what you're worried about, whilst he's talking about it, I start critiquing and use my profession orator.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, that'd be great.
30.
Yeah. So Terry will be supplying his verbatim things from John. After all, it's just about his own.
Terry now
religious
understands why John wanted to do his own and not have you communicate it.
ideas. Yeah. So that's a thing.
I'm a king. I'm a king. I'm very
like-
good at speaking.
First of all, a lot of kings have not been good at speaking, but that's probably due to the inbreeding. So
Oh, and since he's gonna report it verbatim, I totally sneaky some of my own references in there.
Yeah. It's right over your
Either way.
head with your insight compared to his
Um,
deception.
Hey, Adam, can I take a luck check for how those, for what kinds of things he gets snuck into my teachings?
Would I oppose it with deception
No, this is just
or
like it.
persuasion?
No, like, are you trying to put things into my teachings that are actively against the stuff that I'm trying to teach? Like,
No, they are
Yeah.
Easter egg references to my teachings.
right, but it would be nice if they were also things that were like saying, that were relatively helpful on top
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
it's mainly going to focus around the writing of the recipes or the like your menus,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. When it goes into like the appropriate way to write the menus,
Okay, well, either way,
because
Hands
you
up,
write
I'm
it with
done.
flowery language to make everything, and just throw a couple Easter eggs in there.
no,
fun.
the more I talk, the more you seem to get out of this. So I'm done.
And you walk away. You're no longer with John, and you go to Rolfur.
Mm-hmm.
They made a
Very
point
happy with the product I have produced.
throughout the
But
day.
it
I am
doesn't
trying to
change any of your teachings. It's just a cheeky wink and a nod
I
to my
really
own
feel like
things.
this is taking away from me.
throughout the day though. I am trying to persuade people to follow my teachings
Yeah, I get it.
as I'm healing.
I know. I'm assuming as much, yes.
Okay.
What are your
After
what are
the
your
you want
he
to roll
leaves
that?
and the insight stuff's gone, I'm gonna start talking to people and try to
As I go.
get information
I'll get back to you.
that way.
So Terry, you went to give information to Rolfur, and Stan, you did as well. You have specific things you want to say or pass along, or?
Keep it general at the moment.
Okay.
Just throw.
Stan, the healing man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm using that persuasion, but it's verbalized better than I can say it now. Like,
No one can heal quite like he can.
Are you working on rhyming hymns?
There's already, the part of his background is there is a Stan the Healing Man song.
yeah. 38 on persuasion. Fuck me up. I talk myself up to him.
Okay.
Talk up the religion, talk up benefits, yada yada.
And so, Rolfur, what you're looking for really just basically, there is Stan, he heals. There is Terry,
I'm
he
delivering
cooks.
a list of names, domains, and goals.
I'll say my 30, throughout the day, that thing.
and
Stan heals people, has a domain centered on restoration and the wellness of body.
the
That checks out. I'm happy.
the things with the goals as far as Terry is concerned have to do with being proud of your product and putting effort out. And
David, you should get a luck check. Because with my orator, that means people can hear me. There might be a possibility that someone was eavesdropping enough that they get converted. I think you should get a luck check for that.
I'll allow it.
Which is kind of a trick I've played on myself.
Would that mean
if that-
talking to you enough, David could become one of your followers?
that if you are allowing a luck check for
Yeah,
that,
I'll
Adam,
allow.
I got a 13.
Okay. Works, yeah.
Unless I get proficiency. Do I get proficiency to that?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I tried to help.
Yeah. And so yeah, so you talked to him, and I guess you were over the time. Billy was putting information to Rolfur to put in it while he was hanging out in the room.
Yeah. Say I'm writing my own notes as well as helping Rolfur.
Is Rolfur going to be needing to take a check of some kind for this?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry?
I don't think so.
Okay. Unless I need one for the interaction with the NPC. The actual process of doing the spell, no, I don't need a check. I need to be lucky.
Well, let me know before you actually start casting Dream.
I think that'll
That
be
will be
tonight.
until tonight. Yeah, when I expect people to be sleeping. Somebody has to be asleep for Dream to work.
Okay, cool.
Or
I think I can help you with that a little bit. I think. We'll see.
I mean, it's not entirely true because if you cast it while they're awake, then they're know that they're being alerted to go fall asleep.
Oh, I need to sleep soon.
Just hold on, guys. I like that interplay. I like that. But,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I do what I can.
Otherwise, so after talking, Billy continues to write. Terry goes to help with the noble. Stan goes to continue finding more people to heal. John is not going back to talk. You are going straight into talking with other people while they're going back to do that. To Rolfur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me when evening rolls around, like
Will do.
dinner time.
Yeah.
John, you should, Bob, you should have John like get an invite to that noble's house for the evening.
I mean, I certainly could.
That'd be hilarious.
But so what were you doing once Terry left?
Oh, I was actually going to go around and start talking to people, individuals, and figure out, like, where I can go and start moving things. Like, okay, say you have a district and the guards who cover that district are particularly corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try and get them caught for corruption to the betterment of the people.
Okay. I will also at least remind you, as it has been a bit since our last session, that last time you did tell people to pray to the old man to humiliate their rivals, and basically eavesdropped on drunk people praying for that last night.
Oh, then I totally go around and start humiliating people.
Okay. It's like, because you did set something up last night. I was like, it's been like a month since we gathered to play, so I was like, maybe I should remind you.
I totally forgot that I was being funny.
Funny.
A certain definition of funny.
The most important thing is fun.
For example, this person's rival is now stranded out on a balcony without his pants. Funny.
It breaks all the time. I swear to God, this is what happens when you plug your internet into an advanced potato.
I mean, a potato was powerful enough to run GLaDOS.
Who?
Yeah.
Portal.
Blasphemy.
Oh, I never played that game.
Yeah.
Look dumb.
Well, if you're ever interested, over on my video game channel,
Well, I'm not, because it looked dumb.
It's not. It's not dumb. It's really good. Anyways, back to this game.
Well, that would have been something to lead with, other than go watch this video, decide if your beliefs are correct.
It is a really good game.
Yeah.
And the second one too.
To pray to the old man.
I don't know if this is a thing you do, but Stan, make a medicine check.
I'm not a doctor.
I'm not that kind of healer.
I'm not a doctor. I'm a healer, not a doctor.
Yeah, right. Okay. I'm trained, so 12.
12.
Not bad.
Yeah, not terrible.
You don't kill anyone on accident.
Yeah, you know.
You don't make anything worse.
But other than like the
Well,
city's, yeah, other than the city's like main facility, you do hear from people that there are smaller practices, but it takes you most of the day to try and find really anything else quite related to that. So, you know kind of where the main hospital, former church building kind of thing was, but otherwise, as far as smaller practice, you know that there are things spread out through the city. You hear from that, but not really able to locate where any of them are. Terry, you end up showing up to the noble and are shown to the kitchen and left to your own devices in the kitchen of a very large and fancy noble estate.
Do you
Yeah,
poison them?
No, I go all celebrity chef on this place, and we're gonna spruce up the everything. We take the kitchen staff, and we're basically going to do
One other person in there
music.
that's a basic level that, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, we're gonna this is great. We got this. We're gonna have a great time, and gonna go ahead and write down stuff, and every other phrase and question that the guy has is gonna be answered by parable, basically. But
You're gonna be so annoying.
no, it's great because everything that's I'll blow through all 3 of my luck points on this if you would like, to make sure that everything here seems like it goes unearthly well to this noble house and kitchen person.
Okay, so yes, you start working on that. What do I want to do here? It's going to be 3.
Don't worry, I left the fun.
John, as you go about to have fun, I need you to make a deception, an intimidation, and a sleight of hand check.
Alright. Deception is 26. Intimidation is also 26. And then sleight of hand is... Alright, where's my sleight of hand? Oh, I do get bonuses to that. Excellent. Is 28.
Okay. So yeah, you recall from some of the prayers of the drunkards the night before, some of the things they'd asked for, and worked not only to humiliate said people that they were, PO'd at, but to do it in such a public way that it'll be quick for said prayers
what?
to...
You're cutting out, Adam.
Oh. Am I back? Am I alive?
You're back.
Okay.
There we
Yeah.
go. Just needed to be hit.
So, people, yeah, you find, not only the people that are, people are PO'd at, you, managed to basically humiliate them in a way that will quickly be noticed. I'm guessing in the evening return to the bar where you can relocate those individuals.
Well, I don't have to tell them. They prayed.
No. So what do you do for your evening?
For the evening,
Yeah.
I go and start investigating guards by breaking into the homes of the people on night shift and going through their paperwork.
Okay.
Do you need checks for that?
I might at some point.
Okay.
While Terry is doing that, I would like a persuasion as well as whatever your cooking skill are.
It's a
checks.
proficiency.
Yeah,
Okay.
your proficiency.
Wait, you didn't take order? That's weird.
Let's see. How do I want to throw things around? I have one more spell slot for skill empowerment. So I guess I'll do that now. Do I want that on the cooking or the diplomacy? We want that on the cooking. So, cooking tools is... Proficiencies are, tools are intelligence, right?
It depends on what you're doing with different things.
Cooking tools are intelligence, right?
That sounds like
It's a crafting. So it ought to be.
feels like that.
That works for me. If Bob says cooking, it should be intelligence, then I'm gonna give it to Bob because Bob knows more about cooking than me.
Like, I could see dexterity if I was trying to, like, make a show of it.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
here's the thing: you're chefing more than cooking, so you are making things, but the primary thing you're doing is instructing, which is intelligence-based and wisdom-based. So what you're doing is like forming a menu and making that menu with a helper. That's intelligence.
Okay.
If you were like doing some nature of decorative plating, where you're like specifically going, okay, I'm decorating a cake or something like that, that would be a dex thing.
Well, the highest I rolled was 10, so we're having fun. So I have a 21 on persuasion. I rolled a 1, so I used a luck point. Got a 5, which, can I use another luck point after using a luck point?
I don't think you can.
Ryan, you're the one that usually takes luck.
I don't believe so.
Okay, so 5 plus, that is 10, plus double
No exception.
8, so 18 and 4 is 22 from my roll of a 5 on cooking.
So 21 and 22?
Yep.
Yeah, you acted like your rolls weren't good. You
Well,
still did fine.
They should be Bob level, okay?
Oh, don't bring me into this.
Choose to...
And you know what? Make
Just over here being
a I'll let you do just a general luck roll as well.
Oh, luck point on that one. Alright, so that 7 became a 10, which is a 14.
Okay. So we're gonna do. D4.
Yeah, it looks like they accepted rolling is 1 luck dice per roll.
Okay.
Can't luck
Oh.
dice or luck dice.
John, throughout your mucking about during that, you do end up gaining your second divine rank, as you do have one follower, someone amongst those that you have done work for.
Somebody's a believer.
You're still in that.
So what's the immunity to true sight?
Adam,
We'll discuss
do we
that.
count as each other's followers?
Hmm?
Do we count as each other's followers?
So we believe in each
No.
other.
Alright, what the shout?
I believe in you!
I believe you.
Like, he's writing my thing like, hey, don't you have followers, bro? Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Cantrips. Guidance. I guidance myself on those.
Maybe next
Except you
time.
didn't. You didn't do it this time.
Alright, well, those would have... I got 3 bonus from guidance.
Maybe next
If
time.
you are... If you... Can I spend a luck point to let me retroactively throw on that die?
No.
Can I make a luck check to let me have
No.
thrown on that?
Remember next time. Let it be a lesson to you.
I'm gonna get a sticky note, put it on my screen guidance.
Stan, as you're healing people throughout the day, most of the day is spent trying to figure out other places where people are. But one of those people that you cured of a disease does start following you. You have now 5 followers, which is enough that you're actually at divine rank 3.
Woohoo.
Which for you means that you now have the 3rd level domain spells at will. You can choose 1 second level cleric spell and cast it twice between long rests. And we'll work this out probably between sessions, so it might take a little bit for it to fully develop. Gain use of a devotee piety ability and the ability to grant that to dedicated followers. And just basically there will be a small power that you have that you can not only use, but that you can let other people use if they're, following you kind of thing. So,
Alright, so
and we'll work that out probably between sessions. So it'll take that a little bit longer to fully develop in you.
Alright, what was the other 2, though?
The other 2 were that you get your from your domain, you get the 3rd level domain spells, which are 2nd level spells for the life domain, and then you get 2nd level cleric spells, or choose one each day that you can use twice a day, like you currently have with the first level from your rank 1.
Okay. Reading level twice a day.
Terry turns that solitary chef that's, cook that's within there into a follower. You get your, second divine rank for having a follower there. Billy wanted to do something in the evening as well. What were you wanting to do in the evening?
I was going to, because people go to taverns to eat their meals, right?
Certainly, not uncommon.
Yeah, I wanted to go to a place where people would be gathering for their evening meal or something along those lines. And I actually wanted to put on a bardic performance, essentially spreading the news of the new gods in town.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and come up with a bardic ballad in order to just tell people about the fact that they're coming and that they should be aware of it.
Sure.
The gods are coming. The new gods are coming.
Yes.
I'm coming. Be aware.
Adam, thank you. You just made me. This third follower thing is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, do you have a performance?
That's really cool now.
What do you do? Yeah.
I'll cast guidance.
That's the one thing. Just less the restaurant.
Learn from my mistakes.
No, Ryan's pretty good about it. He would never have made that mistake.
I got a 4.
Thanks, Bob.
No problem. Here to just crush your soul.
I'd like to talk with you, but first, wave hands, abracadabra. Now.
I'm not trying to do
really
anything
good
to
at
convince you. Just wave hands.
Because remember, guidance, unless you have sorcerer subtle spell, is very much you just used a spell.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it.
Yep.
You just wave your hand.
I get
and say
a
magical
35 on my
RPG.
performance check.
Okay. What kind of performance are you doing? Is it oratory? Is it...
Yeah, it'll be mostly oratory, but I'll go ahead and throw in some flute playing in there just to give it more pep.
You guys are welcome for taking all the low rolls.
And so what specifically is so you're saying more of what you are, or more of just the gods are back kind of thing?
I'm going to be saying that the gods are back, and then I'll be going over the information about the ones that I'm personally aware of. Or at least kind of giving the news, like, there's a new god of healing, go to him.
Okay. You were basically in the room when Stan and Terry told Rolfur their basics still, because you were still back there at that point. While you were hanging out with Rolfur, did you express what your...
I would have asked about Rolfur's information.
Yeah. So Rolfur, what were you about? What would you have said to that?
The same thing I did. I think it is a supreme tragedy that so much in our world is forgotten, especially the lives of those that die. I want to bring back the salvation that comes from a properly accorded afterlife.
And to make sure I understood correctly, John, you did have Terry basically verbatim your instructions over to Rolfur, or not?
I said that I would speak to him myself.
Okay. So you have not yet given that information. Billy does not know yours.
Right.
Okay. So people will enjoy Billy's performance in the evening. You're doing that. You can make an investigation, John.
I don't like investigation. That's not what I do. That's why I like to talk to people.
Based on your earlier roll, I'm assuming that you successfully break into the homes of the guards. Now you're trying to find dirt on them. I just gave you the breaking in. It's finding the dirt. Unless you're choosing to break into the homes of the guards that are at work and, like, they have, like, their wife still at home and you're talking to the wife about them.
Are you breaking in or seducing in?
God, I fucking hate investigations. That is not what I do.
I'm very surprised by that.
You need to stop investigating.
Or
Yeah,
any-
no,
Well, I
let's
was
just talk
trying
about
to
it.
get those things through insight instead of investigation.
Well, insight's detecting
Yeah, insight would be
lies.
more you go talk to the guards that are working, unless I go into the guards' homes while they're not there.
Oh, okay, then I do that.
Okay, yeah.
You want insight, yeah.
Well,
You're
in that
like,
case, that was an insight roll to talk to the guards and try and get them to slip up on their words.
Oh,
you-
okay, then 25.
Okay.
it's all about finding the right kind of skill.
Do you go in starting this conversation? You find a couple of guards there. Are you going at it against like a certain angle? What are you? How do you stir up a conversation?
It- I don't fucking know. I'm awkward.
Okay. Do you start trying to talk like about more specifically like going into their job and the like as if like, oh, I'm interested in this kind of thing, which, or is it more of trying to talk more about the nobility, or just about sort of the way that they choose to handle the shady things? Do you go at it almost like aggressive, like trying to paint the idea like, oh, I think that you just as a guard are guarding things is wrong, you shouldn't do that, or
What the fuck? No.
I don't know, that would be a very awkward. You said you're awkward, so maybe that was what you would do.
No, I am awkward.
I know.
He is not.
So what is your goal talking to the guard?
Get in.
Trying to either find corruption or find a better person to do the job of the person in charge of the guard.
Are you being direct about it, or are you using subterfuge?
Probably subterfuge.
Based on
This is
focus.
my way.
Yeah.
The hardest thing about me gaining followers is it's not as funny if people know it's a trick. Okay, so
So yeah, what kind of?
Well, if it's subterfuge, he would be probably doing bluff, and then to try to get the guy to spill some kind of beans.
He's successfully worked on something. He's made his rolls and he's done that. I'm trying to figure out what he's getting based on what kind of discussion
if
that
there is
he's
corruption.
having.
Okay. Well, I mean,
You've
one
already
thing to
succeeded.
remember-
I'm trying to figure out at what.
Mm.
what
It's like-
information to give.
So
Okay.
maybe I'm interested in this line of work. Is there any special benefits that you get for being a guard?
what? Why would I care about that?
What kickbacks?
I mean, that would help you if you're trying to figure out if this guard is corrupt. That would be.
Yeah, you're looking for corruption. That's the angle.
Honestly,
going
I
for.
shouldn't be doing any of this. What I should be doing instead is writing up what I want and then having it sent through the dead drop to be put in through the spy networks for all of my spies to start worshipping. I'm gonna do that instead. This is dumb.
So it's like spends an hour.
So he
chilling
spends
with
an hour
the
talking
guard.
to a guard, and the guard's like, "Oh man, oh well, here, you know."
Now I remember what paid people for this.
Right as he's about to spill the beans.
This
You're
is
like,
a dumb waste of my time.
You are a waste of my time, guard.
I don't say that. However, I do put the thought in his head that he definitely deserves a promotion.
Of course he does.
32.
Anyways, so you go.
Motivation.
What are you trying to put in your dead drop? Because you yesterday, I think, sent out the note to your spy master. Not as all that has appeared. I've one up to myself, my boy. Catch me if you can.
Oh, right, I forgot it was a challenge.
Time between sessions, eh?
Yeah, it's been so long, I don't remember anything. that
And you
freaking
took good
happened.
notes?
No. You're messing with me trying to think. Not very good at it. I'm thinking as hard as I can. The worst thing about this campaign for me is that I chose trickery, and I don't want to be exposed as the god of trickery.
Yeah, those can make it difficult.
Okay, I'm gonna craft myself an entirely new old man visage,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna go to gonna go around to the thieves guilds and and try to.
You're
get
trying
them
to find a
serve.
thieves guild. Got it.
I mean, it should be relatively obvious.
This isn't Riften.
Damn.
Wait, this isn't the place that I found the thieves guild previously. This is a different town, isn't it?
You mean from your backstory? No, this is a different.
No, not my backstory. Last game, I went and talked to a thieves guild. I could have sworn it was in this town.
You've been to a small town and this city. Definitely, there was no thieves guild in the small town.
Last time I was here, because I did work for them. It's one of the things I did get paid was I actually worked for the thieves guild.
You didn't find any guild. You found some underhanded people that were willing to pay you.
Perhaps... well, I'll just go and find more people like that.
Yeah, so you're working
like
on
that guy again specifically.
Okay, so that's what you're working on. And are you planning on going later into the night then?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so work into that. All right.
I think my biggest problem with this is that I see people as relatively awful when they live in cities. Like, cities are just a terrible place full of crime and corruption, and you think cities are a decent place for people to live, and there's a problem. You're like, no, most people here don't try to screw everyone over. I'm like, but they're living in a city. Of course they're trying to fuck everyone over.
Most of them are just trying to get by and trying to not get screwed over.
To steal money from.
Hey, Bob, can you get a shotgun out for us so that you can cock it while you're complaining about city folk?
I mean, yeah, I can.
These damn city folk up here ruining this country. What happened to good morals?
Let's hope that YouTube doesn't tighten up their rules between now and when things, and this actually gets aired.
Anti-city bias.
Anyways,
I mean, just like one of these.
The audio is much better. Much better to just stick with audio. Yes. Yes, I don't think YouTube can get upset with me at all for audio.
That was, of course, a Nerf gun.
Yes, of course, of course.
Yeah.
That's what Nerf guns sound like.
Mm-hmm. The high-end ones. With the really hard Nerf darts. Through your performance, Billy, you get 3 more followers. Here. Terry, you got 1 more.
So I'm up to 1.
Terry got 1 more.
So I'm up to 1, or am I up to 2?
You are now up to 2 because you have 1 from Billy's performance and 1 from your own working. And then, yeah, so Stan
Billy's
got 1 more.
performance. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Stan got 1 more, so you're up to 6. And Rolfur got 2, which also would put you up to divine rank 2. As you now have followers. You haven't done anything for it yet.
I'm getting there. The stuff I want to do with my actual divine power is something it's going to take a while because I'm not strong enough yet.
Okay, as information about you is starting to be out there and in a very lyrical fashion. It's getting into later evening nighttime, Rolfur. It sounded like you had things to do at that point. Probably as Stan and Terry are returning home.
I'd do a check-in, but if people are staying here again for the night,
Yeah.
I'll wait till my spells are up and like do the 8-hour rest, and then might go back out.
Yeah, so in other
No
words,
sleep
you
anymore.
do your stuff throughout the day, try and find other options, and head home in the evening. Yeah.
Get a job, maybe.
Yeah, I think that our general goal is to get a base going before we like a baseline of power going before we start like actually heading anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's your general goal. I would like to head somewhere.
Right, but I'm
I let people know
the
that
group.
to find me at Wonka's place, or send word out to find me at Wonka's place.
Bonkas. Terry, you get 18 gold for your evening's work.
Oh, cool.
And he says, hey, it basically treats it as a nice tip on top of probably whatever was agreed that was probably significantly lower, but he's just like, it's been so long since I've...
All right, very cool. I'll be repaying the 5 gold to Billy.
Thank you.
It's 6 gold now.
Does you okay, so does the 1 day accrue interest?
No, Billy wouldn't be that materialistic or
Okay.
shystery.
It's really just money from the company profits that he's like, sure,
Yeah.
put it back.
Money is a tool, not a master, so I'm not going to be mean about it.
So,
Cool.
So as you guys are returning home for your evening, Rolfur, you seemed like you had something to do.
I'm waiting till like midnight.
Okay, then we're back to, well then probably before then, after your performance, Billy, do you just head back to the factory?
I go ahead and eat some dinner, but...
Yeah, you socialize as part of all that, yeah.
Yeah, then I go back.
There are definitely people amongst there that follow up with questions and...
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of, people that are just skeptical. Gods have been gone for so long, I mean...
I'll go ahead and talk to them and try to persuade them, the people who have more skepticism.
Yeah,
This is
that's
before
all part.
we all get back, right?
You and Stan are probably the earlier ones back from, based on what you were doing.
Well, I would like to assist him.
You don't know where he's at.
Okay, so this is before we get back. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, this isn't at the factory.
Yeah, this is not the factory. Yeah, this is when he's at some tavern off somewhere.
Understood.
But yeah, after I get done with talking with everybody, I'll head back to the factory.
Alright, so John is...
Not British.
No, but the narrator can be sometimes. If the mood strikes him.
Mood's not gonna be the only thing that strikes him. He keeps it up.
You will have to go a fair distance to do that.
Is that like the length of a fair? We're talking
A
like
little
state
farther.
fair or like just a county fair?
I think that you guys are probably like the distance of a large state fair away from each other.
You have state fairs that cover like miles.
Sure, large ones.
Like me from you?
Bob from Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. But yeah, there are plenty of state fairs, especially if the state fairs have things like, that are like, animal grounds, horse grounds, that kind of thing, that can definitely
I don't know. I've only been to a county one, and the main attraction was a tractor pull, which tells you what kind of county it was.
Yeah, because of those
For the
darn city
record,
folk.
tractor pulls are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty neat. They sound stupid until you watch them. It's like, okay, I see the appeal.
You know, there's a town north of Columbia that has a tractor parade every year.
Like what time?
Closer to Christmas. They decorate their tractors up and parade them around. But this year, because of COVID, they just parked them along the side of the highway.
Letting you know when we're recording this, by the way.
My favorite rural thing that I found out so far, going through Illinois, has been there's 2 towns that play tug of war across the river.
Oh, I've heard of that. What upset me most is
I want to go.
I really go to the Testy Festy, and they're probably not going to have it. There's one in Red Deer,
Testicle
Texas.
festival?
Yeah, there's a testicle festival where they actually go and cook testicles of
You are
different animals.
so hick.
I want to go. I want to try it. It seems like
Mountain
it'd be
oysters?
interesting.
You want
Would
some
tea bags
balls in
long
your
or
mouth?
the drink?
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm sorry
there's
it's taking me a
alcohol
moment to figure out what to do. Bob, I'm trying to make it something other than an investigation check for you, but you know what? I can't spend the time to figure it out any longer. Just make an investigation check.
I mean, if investigation's involved, I might as well do something different. I got a 5.
5. You find the same person that you talked to as far as doing thief work for the, where was it, an evening or two ago?
Excellent. I look like a different person anyways.
Okay. And how do you interact with this person?
Poorly. I don't know.
Well, start off with what's your goal.
Yeah, what is your goal in the...
I'm trying to get followers, but there's no real way to fucking do it. So I guess I'll get money instead. I'll
Do
see
you
if
want
he
to
has
try
any
and
job.
get a follower or money?
Followers.
Make a persuasion check.
Hey, buddy, if you follow me, you can steal more stuff.
33?
Yeah. You can just... If you choose to be... You're an underhanded person and just sort of say the gods are back and they bless the trickery. You don't even necessarily... You don't have to even paint it to the idea that that's you. You're letting him know. Just as Billy let others know about the others, you let this guy know that you've discovered that there's a trickery god that has arrived. And you can paint him how you want.
So
And this guy's low enough that
I know I can
he
do that.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to, and then I go, where are more underhanded bars? I must spread the word.
And
Yeah.
like a god of jest.
Yeah,
You
bars
can-
of like-minded people.
Yeah, if you weren't aware, you can be generic about describing the god of X.
Yeah, they have to follow you. They don't have to
Yeah.
know it's you they're following.
Okay, yeah, never mind then. I kind of didn't realize about the disconnect.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm gonna spend my time doing that, and then I'm gonna go to other bars with low individuals.
And
do
he'll
the
give you
same thing.
he'll give you a couple bars. He's like, no, there's none necessarily that he knows that are just you can be all right, but you can judge the people. Yeah, so you
Is
have
this the next day?
no. This is the night.
Okay, we're still overnight. Okay.
Yeah. So you get a second follower from him. And then I'll just have you make like a luck check to move beyond that.
Fuck off with your goddamn luck.
Luck check.
You knew this was coming.
17.
17?
I hate the luck checks because I'm specialized at doing the thing he wants me to do, which is go around and talk people into worshiping me. And he's like, no, we're not going to use the thing that you're good at. We're going to do the thing that you have no
You
bonuses.
already had to do
John,
something you're good at.
I had John do the things good at. John succeeded at the work that he needed as far as finding it. His luck was finding the right people to
Oh,
to
well,
6
that's
of
fine then.
and you get 2 more, so you're up to 4.
Dumb. Bars full of people, and I can't use my oratory or anything like this.
Okay, now if you want to just do like Billy as far as
Do you want to go be barding?
yeah, to
I'm
be
going into a bar and preaching to a group of people.
okay. So if you're okay, I may have misunderstood. I gathered that you were going to be trying to suss out people and find people that you thought were good candidates specifically.
Everyone's a good candidate for trickery. It's important to living.
If they're doing like the generalized "hey, the gods are back" though, would the rest of us get proxy followers?
That's not what I'm.
That's what Billy did. That's why you got an
Yeah,
extra.
No, that's what I was wondering from what's
That's what
going
I did.
on.
Right, but Bob's specifically saying he's not doing that.
Yeah. So in that case, yeah, you can do just go to the bar in general and make an oratory check instead. Sure.
Uh, 12, 28.
28.
No, wait. 25.
you still get 2, but so you're up to 4. All right, and then probably heading back around midnight, maybe a little after, to call your evening. Otherwise, I guess everyone else is sort of filtering back to the evening, and Rolfur, you had your dream plans.
Yes.
So what are you doing? Or and I'm guessing when John heads back, you probably wait. He gets back around midnight, anyways. So do you talk to him probably before?
Yeah. What do you want me to tell people you're the god of?
Trickery. Don't use my name.
Yeah. What
Just
name
the
do you
old
tell
man.
him to use?
The old man.
Yeah, that works.
And that works too. It's like, just so you don't want people to know that's a thing,
What?
that you're the god of trickery.
No,
The
I
old
don't
man
want-
is the god of trickery. Is what
The
he-
old man is the god of trickery. I am John. Let's not confuse the two.
I mean, that's fine.
You're in at this point for that, but yeah.
Like I know nobody else is the god of trickery. You know about the god of trickery. I can put 1 plus 1 together. You don't want people to know? That's fine. I don't care.
I forgot you have to trust the accountant to do his job correctly.
It must be recorded that there is one. Yeah, if I try to target somebody with dream that isn't asleep, the spell just fails. So I'm waiting for it to be nice and late.
Oh, and add this guy to the list of people you're sending it to. I give him my actual son's name.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because I was going to whoever's on the current king of his nation.
Oh, that's not who I give you.
Well, then whatever. I'll take whatever you give me.
But it's
Yeah,
someone in the court, so
I can do this exactly twice.
Oh, so you're not. So you can only do this to 2 people?
A day.
How many spells is he got
Gotcha.
open?
Yeah, that's how
It's
many.
a 5th level spell.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will still take the time to write out the names of the rulers for
Well, absolutely.
Jade-
That's what
the
I've done
Jade
the
Country.
I'll totally write like a more advanced pamphlets of, basic doctrines that we can start producing and sending to like nobles, some of the vestiges of the once religious organizations that are still doing work. Some of them probably got transformed into like clerical or administrative guilds.
Mhm.
Like that's the
So-
point. The incorporation of information is going to be key.
Can
Adam.
I use my proficiency in oratory to create limericks?
I think that'd be poetry or writing.
Adam,
yeah, we'll look at the different options for what proficiency might be. Yeah, and yeah, Eric.
with the new spells picked up, if they had taken over a known spell of mine, would I replace that, or just like, since I had Lesser Restoration as a known spell slot that I had lined up?
Oh
If
yeah,
it's
just
at
switch
will
it out.
and-
It's a domain spell now. You just switch out. You get that spell slot back. Not a spell
Just for
slot. You
anything?
get that. Like you get a specific number of spells that you can have ready
Yeah,
to
yeah.
use. You get that back because that domain spells don't count against that list.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
Yep.
Because then I can just swap in Dream for myself as well.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm gonna do that as well.
So you, who do you target? Do you go for his spy master, as one of them, or do you have other targets for the first night? Or
I mean, we'll go ahead and do his spellmaster first to see if they're sleeping at this time.
They may or may not be. I'm not sure.
it would be.
That's the point. So we're going to try that first. It takes a minute to cast Dream, and if it will either succeed or fail based on whether or not they are sleeping. They don't get a save. I don't have to make attack rolls.
They just have to be asleep. Well, they are asleep.
It has to be a target that I know of.
No, of.
However you want to define that. The spell specifically is very vague.
Let me read it.
A character known to you. Choose a creature known to you as a target of this spell.
Even more vague.
They have to be on the same plane of existence as me.
good fortune here. Simply.
I plan on using Dream to talk to my little prophet that I got going on.
No,
My little
the,
devotee.
I knew you were trying to make a
Like in the
profit.
night.
the best use of Dream is to harass whoever the big bad evil guy is.
Mhm.
Because
you-
there's no
yeah. I mean, once we know who he is, yeah. Just get into his head every single night. Just me and you just visit. Like, oh god, I woke up from the nightmare with Austin.
Well, it could be worse.
7
You could
minutes
just
later,
start taking their
he's
clothes
naked.
or something.
Yeah.
David.
So, and you choose yourself as the messenger?
Yes, I choose myself as the messenger.
Okay.
What page is that spell on?
And so you find yourself walking down beside a very pale, near faceless man as he walks down an infinitely tall, narrow corridor. And he pauses, and he looks
no,
at
man,
you,
I
and
control
he
it.
adjusts form and takes shape into a charming human. And sort of just glares around this endless hall and then back at you.
It's not endless. I'm the messenger. I control what I look like and the environment.
You appear in the dream. You
Yes.
can modify things, but you're in the dream as was current when you show up.
Yeah, that's what I show up at. Anyway, we're going to be like in a library with books in it.
So as
I'm going
this
to-
sort of impossibly tall shelf, or hallway just sort of pulls back in shelves with books.
Yes. And I appear not as myself, but as a reflection of the person I'm visiting. So I as he changes, so do I.
He seems to glance at you with confusion.
And I am going to let him know that I am here to inform him that the world is changing. That once what was lost is once again rising. New gods have been born and are seeking power in the new realms. I introduce myself as the god of remembrance and records. My concerns are with the archiving of histories, the remembering of peoples, so that nothing is forgotten. I let him know that that a god of healing has arisen, whose concerns are with the wholeness of body and the restoration of that what is wounded and broken. I don't remember what Billy Bonka's doctrines were.
Magic and imagination.
There's a god of exploration, knowledge, and imagination, and creativity. The spark of interest that arises in such creation.
Yeah.
What was Terry? Terry was cooking and
Well,
Forge.
crafting.
Yeah.
crafting.
Yeah, specifically.
Crafting, a god of crafting, of taking pride in one's work, of the what you feel when you achieve something great that you worked hard at. And that also too has a god of trickery arisen. One who prides themselves on both deception and schemes. And what? That's everybody, right? Because we have the little girl with us. What is the little girl the god of?
Oh yeah, she was in a. She would have probably told you because she was in there as well. She's of light and of image, of seeing the things around.
And and we have us a god of light and vision, of revealing hidden things. I think that's everybody.
Of our group, yeah.
Of our group, yeah. The other group doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck him.
They're not here. They don't exist.
Yep. Healing man, magic imagination man, crafting man, trickery man, and
God
god of
doesn't exist.
remembrance and light goddess.
I've heard news from those down below.
Well, does he have any questions? Because I've got other people to meet tonight.
Not at all. I've heard stirrings that there was influence amongst the people.
We're working at it. We're new.
Well, he's talking about our rivals.
Then yeah, he's gonna say, I bug out and in the trance. He goes back to his endless hallway.
And
He can have this library now, but... And yes.
Is my camera black for anyone else?
Is your what?
We can see.
Screen black?
No, we can.
No,
see
but
you.
you're frozen.
Maybe he's contemplating.
Out of frame a little.
Yes.
Yeah, his face is sort of out of frame.
Okay.
Really thinking hard.
Yep.
here.
Alright, as long as I freeze in that position, it's good.
Just
Not when you're scratching yourself.
My second target will be the paladin guy I know. Is he an elf? I don't remember what his race is. I think I rolled his race.
He was a tiefling.
Okay, tieflings sleep. They're not immune to this spell. Elves are immune to this spell.
Yeah. Just double checking though, because you would know. Rolfur.
Paladin guy?
Backstory.
Tiefling
Fear,
noble.
72. Tiefling noble who now rules as King of Thornvale.
Yes, he's going to be the next target.
Okay. And as you approach him, he is in a vast black nothingness. Nothing apparent going on in his dream at this point that he is conscious or aware of. You
Well, he
paint
gets
it
the
from the
same
start.
thing. He gets a library, and I don't appear as a mirror of himself. I appear as, because I know him personally, I start appearing as people that he knew that died, including me.
Hmm?
And I give him the same speed.
And at what rate do you, roll through those?
Like every 20 seconds.
Okay.
Just shifting in and out of forms.
Make. I don't
No,
care if
no,
it's what
no,
you're trying to do or
no.
not. Make an intimidation check.
Oh, it's supposed to be kind of spooky, yeah.
Yeah.
Put a sheet over yourself.
Start jingling some chains and shit.
24.
Alright.
We'd be the worst hunters ever at first.
Yeah, I couldn't do it to the Spy Master because I don't know the Spy Master. But I was with this guy. I know a bunch of people that he knew that died.
Yes. Quite distinctly, yes.
It was what I was doing when I was with him. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, 24. I can roll dice on my D&D Beyond character sheet.
Hmm.
It has an inbuilt dice roll function.
Ooh.
D&D Beyond.
You don't have to tab over or look at another screen.
Oh, your chin's moving. Look at that. You're unfrozen. The crimson chin moves again.
Okay, I want Terry,
Finish.
Rolfur, and John to all make luck checks.
Is this a new day?
Nope.
It's a brand new day and the sun is high.
Can I
All the
use
birds are
guidance?
singing because they're gonna
No, you're not
die.
aware you're doing it.
Did you say me?
I hesitated now.
I'm gonna use my last luck point. Okay, I'm so glad I did that. 22.
Okay.
I got
15.
a 12.
What was yours, Austin?
12.
Okay. So, Terry, it is, as you get a third follower. Put a note on him.
If I had realized that luck was going to be the major part of this, I would have made my character differently.
Luck's
Hey,
always
man, I got-
possibly a major part.
I've got a -2 to luck.
I'm like, I dumped into luck.
Well, usually Adam doesn't use it for anything important.
I jump back and forth.
I wasn't even in the games. Like, I just watched them on YouTube, which all of you should do too, because they're good and fun.
They're already
Bob,
here.
like-
They're already here watching. They're
But,
already
like,
here.
just watching them, Bob. I know
I'm
that
not
luck
over
is
there.
important.
I'm below you.
No,
Luck
you're
is
right there.
important.
Yeah, he knows where
Not
you're
on
at.
Right at
screen.
you.
Yeah,
Not
you,
on my
Looking
screen.
right at you.
yeah, you
Not
don't
on
know
my
about.
screen. Look.
Well,
look
then your screen
into
must
the
be messed
camera,
up.
You psycho. I am watching you on a screen. Stop turning your head to where I am not.
You're great, David. I love it.
Thank you, Adam.
If you're really below him, you're looking at his balls.
Well, he's just kind of like right below my chest, so
He's like right.
it's like he's sitting in my lap.
Like,
Motorboating?
like right here. Here.
Okay. And then after that, do you go to bed yourself?
Yeah.
From that,
Yeah.
we can now roll into a new day.
Get my spells back so I can do it again next night.
Yep. I'll try to save a I'll try to save a skill empowerment for you tonight too.
To give them expertise in something.
Yes, behold my power to intrude in your dreams and just exposit on you.
I mean, technically, he could send one of you into their dreams as well.
Yes, I can send other people into dreams.
Yeah.
also.
I might have you do that for someone that I know.
A very
Yes,
powerful.
that restoration took over.
If
I had a
you,
free spell slot, so I picked up Dream.
you want to commit to the dreams, the way to go.
No, that's a pretty good
For
ability
communication,
for
yeah.
this game.
Yeah, no, pretty good. At least for now. It's probably your most direct communicate kind of thing. So you're good with
Unless
that.
you're an elf.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if you don't
Elves don't get to hear.
I'm a one-way machine. I can talk out, but you can't talk back to me. I don't sleep anymore.
Sorry, just doing background stuff for the other divines.
Adam, can you possibly cast Enhance ability on luck?
No, you have to have proficiency in something first.
No, you
Enhance
can.
ability.
You can cast.
Enhance ability is.
Is stat based.
It just didn't have it on there.
Like we're talking.
Yeah, it's stat
We're
based.
talking about enhance. We're
Hey.
talking about skill empowerment, right?
No.
No.
No, enhance
The
ability.
one he said, with the words that he used.
Enhance ability. I'm not familiar with that.
How do you even?
Isn't that the cat's grace
Yes.
bulls?
Oh,
Yeah, it just didn't have luck. Luxor's luck
Wizards
was
don't-
not written underneath there.
yeah. Wizards
That's
don't
why-
get that.
Okay.
I was scrolling past it and was curious. That's mainly. And it's divine level 2, that's why. Or
That's
cleric level
weird.
2 spell.
The wizards don't get that.
Yeah, you could probably
Yeah,
use that on
Nope.
Luxor.
I wish I could get that.
You will next level. Or this level, maybe. Divine rank 3.
Anyways, but yeah. So the next day, what are your? Are you sticking to stay in town for a while longer? What?
What does the group want to do?
Well,
I've got
Um,
more stuff to do here.
if we have enough funds, I can start putting together a legitimate caravan for us. Something like with some horses, and like I could put together some luxury wagons that we could travel in. But I just need funds to get the materials.
Wait, how
I
much do you,
Ryan had all that, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't really have that much money.
how much
Yeah.
do you actually need?
Well, I mean, the more money that I get, the more that the better we will be able to travel.
You are, but I mean, if you okay, so you bring up the concept. So I'm gathering here. You've met for breakfast this day to
Yep.
see what's going on, and you
I did hear
know
that.
where you're at. So you're bringing up the concept of travel. You know the landscape that you are in. You know where you are. Are you guys discussing where to go? Because you're in Dahlport, northwest sort of end of the Nexin Gulf.
Well, many of the some of us have places where we actively want to go. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
like
wondering.
specifically this guy. So what I'm thinking is that like we can't just ignore the motivation of our trickster friend. So we should probably put that
So
as a plan.
if that is what you are aiming for, you are fully aware that the most direct route there is by sea, because that's on the opposite end of the Gulf.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are currently in a port town. Nexin is a port town on the opposite side of the Gulf.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and we could charter a boat. Let's get money to charter a boat.
Go get an estimate.
If you're just, I mean, yeah, it kind of depends on what you're looking for, but yes, you can price that out. So, you're going to do that, and you tell them when to expect communication, or...
You're asking Bob that?
No, because are you the one that's going to go look into chartering a boat, or...
No, I mean, I don't have enough money for that. I don't even have enough money for a spell component pouch.
Yeah, we're talking as a group right now, aren't we? Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who has the most money, and I'm guessing you.
I have 18 gold.
get money. I don't have any. I just had all my stuff come to me.
Yeah, we kind of need to stay and work for a little longer to make the money that we need to move on.
So
Yes, I have 1 gold.
all right, so let's go ahead and think. What can we do to make some quick cash? I have several several fabricates that I can pop out. I can also heat and mold metal, pretty much at will. I have
Can we just go to the place that we need to go? Like, What-
I lost
what are we
Ryan.
doing? Like,
Yeah.
same.
yeah.
Did Discord crash?
I mean, Adam's still here.
1 moment.
Do we have enough money to get across to your like the region you need to be though, Bob?
We'll check that in a moment. Much better. Okay, so welcome back. So yes, so trying to figure out ways to make money. Also, who is trying to figure out how much money you need to make, though?
Yeah, who's going to go get an estimate on the boat?
Well, who's familiar with the area? You guys should have a general idea of what the cost would be.
Really, Bonka? So,
Like
them?
both Bob and Ryan, your characters should have an idea of what like travel costs would be, since you're both familiar with this area.
I'm not from here.
John's never been to this city.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I
I'd
thought
say,
someone was.
say I would, since I've actually traveled quite a bit.
Yeah.
So what do I know about the pricing for boat stuff?
Per person, 1 silver per mile.
Oh damn, this is gonna be that. That's a fast.
Trying to do this.
Where?
I mean, if I had my own
Dahlport,
spellbook,
right?
if I had my own spellbook, I could help us with teleportation circle, but I don't have.
I got my spell book. I just summoned mine back.
Unfortunately, that's not an option for me.
I don't know. Would John be aware of any teleport circle information of his hometown?
Probably not.
No, not
Would
really.
Ryan know about teleporters?
I would be more likely to be familiar with teleportation circle stuff.
My problem is that since I'm the ruler of a city,
Poor Ryan.
It caused him to
since I'm the
leave.
ruler
That was
of an
Bob.
empire, yeah, I'm back. Since I'm the ruler of an empire, I probably wouldn't actually be aware of what things cost because I'm not in charge of that.
How much could a banana cost? $100?
Oh my gosh.
So you're looking at probably about 450 miles by boat.
So
One
Without
silver.
a silver,
Or,
45 gold.
And that's, I'm thinking that's
per person.
Ship's passage.
and that's not including food, I guess.
We don't need to worry about that. I can just summon us food.
Yeah.
I can feed a whole ship.
Well, we might be able
Yeah,
to
can
barter
we
you
barter
for.
them?
Yeah, can we just
Yeah.
barter David like he's some nature of doxy?
I mean,
Yeah, I'll
I
be
can,
the ship doctor. Boom. Yeah, cooking doctor. Boom. We're done.
yeah, I've got creation. Like I have the spell creation that's on my prepared list. So I mean, I can't do if I'm using creation. I can't do skill empowerment. But well, I can do 1 and 1. I've got two level slots. But I mean, I can do
So
creation
one
and get
rate
several
trip
cubic
would
feet of
be
vegetable matter.
approximately, what, 270 gold?
45 times 5,
6.
6. Yes, if you take Alice, good point. So yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, we're not leaving.
I always forget to count myself because I'm not used to being a character.
I'm perfectly fine with leaving the child behind.
No.
Just keep it here.
Not my character.
We're gonna say I didn't get my
Me
devotee yet.
personally, because I don't like having her with the group.
Now, the real key is to immediately get into life-threatening combat with the child on the map, so that she can be targeted.
Welcome to the escort mission, the game.
And then we can be rid of her.
No. She's important.
I'm
We can't
sorry,
fail
the
the
god,
escort mission, Austin.
the god of light and cute things has not survived. The world is too cruel for her.
I'm sitting right here.
Too cruel. It's a mercy.
Unfortunately, you're not a real person, so no one gives a shit.
I think you're a real person.
We don't get a metagame.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Yeah, about that curiouser part. That was Eric this time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry
it's
about
not my fault.
Everybody's going.
Except me.
that. Yeah. Race is on.
While they're
I
doing
decided
that,
to take
I
this
continue-
time and do a little maintenance.
continue making like little pamphlets of our doctrines, so that I can then scribe multiple of them and just hand them out on little pieces of paper. Welcome to the new gods. I will specifically hand these are for like the people who can read but aren't important. Gossip mongers.
Do you tell them that?
No.
Hello, as someone that can read but isn't important, I have something for you.
As somebody who can read and knows how to talk to people,
Yes, of course I do.
yeah. Give them out to gossipers.
Yeah.
Gossip is the ultimate propaganda tool.
It's also where things go horribly wrong.
Or horribly
I
right.
can't imagine how this could possibly go wrong, said the person with -2 to luck.
I would love to assist you on your luck checks.
I don't really come at all.
All right. So, yeah, around 400 or 270 gold total. You said
Seems right.
works for them.
How much can we? Well, we're not actually going anywhere yet, but we can probably barter my services to help reduce that cost quite a bit.
I mean,
Yeah, for my
you
services.
know that technically you can leverage money out of your company.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that is an option if you just want to
Well-
already have the money.
Okay, here's an idea. I could literally just put together a pagoda, and then just start serving, like selling food out of this, like selling high quality, expensive food out of this pagoda, I could literally just start doing street vending, like expensive, exotic food.
You gonna make yourself a roach coach?
I mean, via the
I don't think that's the aesthetic he's going
creation
for.
spell. No, via the creation spell and the fabricate spell.
That's that's what we call food trucks. It's a
And
roach
my
coach.
I would call it a street vendor, but
So, do you guys think that's a bad idea?
You selling food on the street as a street vendor? No.
No, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Besides, you can preach whilst you street.
Oh, that's a good idea. Hey, who is it? Let's see.
I love
Bob, you're
that you
good at
didn't even
persuasion.
consider that as I'm going to be providing food. Yes, not going to mention who, the divide part at all.
Hey, Bob, you've got high persuasion, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll
Why
be
don't
okay.
why don't you come with and just basically start persuading people about the religion via and Rolfur can help you by his pamphlets. We can make this a thing.
I don't think that would help me.
You're part of the pamphlets.
He's trying to get you back to your home.
Huh?
He's trying
This
to get...
isn't.
David, I'll help you.
It
Thanks,
would
Bob.
help you in the...
Are you good at persuasion?
Yes, I assume so. 23 charisma,
Okay, but what's your persuasion? Do you have proficiency?
16.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's what we'll do. Rolfur, do
You
you
have-
wanna?
How is it 16?
Is that double persuasion or the
8 plus
skill expert?
8 plus 7 is 16.
That's 15.
23 is 6 plus 6 mod.
Okay, and then double proficiency is 8. So 8 plus 6.
That's 14.
Oh, oops.
But I mean, still, 14 is fantastic. So, I mean, either way, that's higher than me. So, which is, I mean, I've got 11 persuasion. So, I mean, that's awesome. So yeah. Does Rolfur and Billy wanna take part in this, or do you guys have your own plans?
I at least have something that I want to do in the morning, but we'll see how long it takes.
Okay. So you know where they're going to be.
Yeah.
And Rolfur, what were you wanting to do?
Like I said, I was going to make little pamphlets.
So yeah, he's off doing that. John,
Okay.
so it's Terry and Stan headed out this morning. John, what are you going to do?
I'm going to try to invent limericks. And then use those limericks to go out and persuade people to follow the god of trickery.
Okay. 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 What was Billy doing in the morning? You had...
I was going to gather up the Goompas and talk to them about what we're doing.
What do you say?
Well, I go ahead and tell the Goompas the story of what happened when I left and what that ended up resulting in, but how I went through the metaphorical seas of the afterlife and came out on the other side and was, along with the others, brought up as being a new form of God to replace the ones that have disappeared. And tell them basically kind of what we've been given and control in as far as our domains, and that we'll be the ones that help usher people into whatever afterlife they end up having, depending on who they follow.
Do you describe more than yourself? Like, what do you describe as far as...
Yeah, I give them a full description of both the gods that we met in the mirror place, as well as what I know of the ones that I've gathered as my group.
You had no real concept. Did you get to know? I can't remember what the other divines would have been, even over.
Yeah.
The mine was okay.
The only ones that I ended up having to guess about were Alice and Jack Sparrow, but then Alice revealed herself and that fell into place.
Okay. Okay, so you basically give at least a basic level of everyone. Is that
Yes.
okay?
So they know all of them.
So I'll do...
As best as that I can describe them.
Yeah, some of them it's like literally like a single word.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do them all later. You guys are the ones that we really care about. I like you. You get 8 followers.
Okay.
That puts you up to 12.
When you say you,
I'm sorry.
Billy.
Billy, the one that is currently doing this.
thank you.
Damn, what did he do? The crap.
He's getting Oompa Loompas to be his slaves again.
Terry, you get 9.
Oh.
Puts you up to
Now
12
you
as
all
well.
are enslavers.
It's gonna be Stan. You get 2. That puts you up to 8. Rolfur. You get 3. That puts you up to 5, which does get you to rank 3. And to check, these are based on the Oompa Loompas from...
Yeah.
And the old man, you get 9.
What?
I'm sorry, your trickery.
No one gets
Have you not
me.
seen what the Oompa Loompas were like? Your trickery.
So I get
That puts you up to
13 then?
13. Just actually going to put you to divide rate.
Everyone just hyped these Oompa except
There are other
Holy
people.
shit.
They're not all worshiping just you guys. They're also worshiping the others. But I mean, just as far as that, like, no. He just went and he just said, in order to not go to an endless void after your death of misery and hanging out in an endless river, you need to follow someone. And these are a group of people who already have trusted him with their life. They basically have all accepted at least someone, or are currently actively trying to figure out who they're gonna do. So they're...
I'm glad to get the marketing department on my
Okay.
side.
So I got a question about these Oompa Loompas.
Right.
Or
The Goombas?
Goombas.
Goombas?
Yeah, the Goombas.
The Goompas.
So, a Goomba counts as one person?
Jesus Christ, Dave.
Just to make sure things are clear, the Goombas are a subrace of gnome.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They're-
Okay, thank you.
Which are people.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe Terry should have gotten a little less, but his creation and cooking, and a lot of them
Okay,
spend their life
this-
cooking and creating things, so...
David's
That's a
shenanigans.
Dustin level question.
Yeah, David's shenanigans do not translate to Terry's shenanigans.
No, Terry is now looking at the knife going, are you people?
David, our gnomes
I don't know.
people.
The
Thank
world's
you.
all topsy-turvy now.
Oh, little shits don't want to be healed either.
There's no easy way of knowing
What's how is
which direction
You don't
we are going.
Okay.
Growing.
Otherwise,
Is it raining? Is it
Terry
cold?
and Stan, throughout the day, make 25 gold.
So total?
Yeah. And I guess, but you later half of the day, you could probably join them in that, and
Okay.
we'll say you'll jump up an extra 9. So, because you'll join with that too.
34 gold then?
Ryan, do you have a party funds going?
I can start one.
He keeps
Yeah.
track of who gets money, whether or not he's keeping track of it.
Okay.
He has great notes.
Yeah, okay, I just throw it in the party fund.
Yeah, because we're trying to save up for doing things at this point.
Rolfur, you spend most of the day actually just crafting these pamphlets to go hand out.
Yes.
Although I would request, actually, I don't know. How do you not sleep?
Warlock ability.
Oh, warlock ability. Okay.
Because sleep is for the wicked.
I mean,
Damn right.
we've gone around town for a little bit now, and this is like day 2, 3. So would I be able to just spend time putting together a spell component pouch.
Why do you want a spell component pouch?
I'm assuming I need it for most of my spells.
You are incorrect.
You can also, as your own cleric, can use a holy symbol, which technically can be anything that you accept as a holy symbol. So if you want to accept kitchenware as a holy symbol, you can make your holy spoon your thing for all your non-costly components, and you can use that. So anything that doesn't have a cost is what the spell component pouch would do, and a holy symbol will make up for that as well.
Understood.
So
Yeah, mine's baked
now,
in
unless
armor.
you physically want for the visual interest to be pulling out bits and bobs, in which
Nope,
case, yes, you gradually will collect things over time.
No.
But yes.
Don't pull
Absolutely
me
not.
out.
It
You
will
can pull out
be
all the bits you want. You leave the bobs alone.
the very general holy symbol will be an apron,
Okay.
because aprons are used in all kinds of forgery.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Except for the kind that I like.
Yeah.
Let's see. John was.
You can't already do that?
I forgot what John was doing already. Because I didn't.
I am writing limericks.
You are lighting limericks.
Lighting?
Yeah, make your performance.
And do I get kind of guidance that?
Is guidance one of the ones that lasts for only a single?
Check.
Skill?
Yep.
Well, is it a check or is it an action? What is the duration on guidance? Because this is a check that takes you several hours.
1 minute.
1 minute. No, you cannot guidance yourself.
But what if he does it over and over again? He's gonna get a +1 from guidance if he does it over and over again.
You could use enhance ability for an hour in order to get advantage.
I don't think I have enhanced ability.
You could. I think
It's a
you're high
cleric
enough divine
spell.
rank in order to have that as one of your second level
Yeah,
spells.
you have 12 followers, didn't you? You can cast it.
I'm not a cleric.
Yeah, you are. You're a god.
You have cleric levels. That stuff, remember?
You get.
Nope.
Well, he chooses not to do it, and that's fine.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
It just happened.
We'll get to it between sessions to explain it.
Okay.
Basically, I'm not allowed to use it now.
Yeah, me neither. But that's okay.
Anyways, what did you roll on your?
Performance? 25.
And are you actually trying to go out and do this as a public performance, or are you specifically saying you're writing it as in like you're trying to make almost like pamphlets like Rolfur is for?
Oh, no, I'm going to go and perform it.
Okay.
I want them to be as catchy and as stick in your head as possible.
And this is more geared towards your end is selfish, correct?
I don't, I just have a harder time recruiting followers than everyone else.
So you are specifically recruiting for
That's the
yourself, is that
person
correct?
with one of the most followers.
That's recent, and
The most. But you are, as you're doing this, specifically just recruiting yourself, correct?
yes.
Okay.
Next day, when I realize that I have more followers than everyone else, I'll work on other people's. But today, it really depends upon when Ryan's 9 followers hit me.
Throughout the course of the day.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go out and
You
do
get
my own
4.
limerick.
You get 4 more from your evening spent doing that. Of oratory work and trying to spread your limericks. But otherwise, you can meet back at the chocolate factory in the evening. And as you're closing things up for the evening, that's where we're going to call it. And you can join us next time to see more of where
Dragon
these
Ball Z.
gods take things.
I'm sorry, it's been so long. I just wanted to throw an old.
No forgiveness.